Joining us here is former Manhattan prosecutor Jeremy Saland. Marshal Cohen lays it out really well. But broadly, before we jump into one of these text messages that you find most interesting, what do you think of this added all together? I mean, it was like 1,400 pages of text messages released.
You know, what we've heard before is a speaking indictment when Jack Smith had this indictment, laying out this narrative, and you could follow. These texts are sort of a speaking indictment of all of the backstory and how we got to where we are, and it really demonstrates that Chesebro is not some guy on the periphery. He is really embedded in this, and it starts to bring in other people. It doesn't directly have a comment with Donald Trump or a message with Donald Trump saying, I know this and I should do X and Y, but it's pretty damning.
You point to, and I'll read the message, you point to one of these messages from that Chesebro sent to Troopus that Marshal Cohen introduced us to in November of 2020. At a minimum, with such a cloud of confusion, no votes from Wisconsin and perhaps also Michigan and Pennsylvania should be counted, perhaps enough to throw the election to the House. Why does this one stand out to you?
Because, you know, he uses the term the cloud of confusion. It's more like a fog of deceit. He has this real intention of saying we're going to sort of throw a wrench in, not sort of, we in fact are going to try to throw a wrench into the system. We in fact are going to try to make this confusion so we can seize control and overturn that election. Not because it's based on the merits, because it's based on what we want to do.
It's really interesting. Can I lean again on your Manhattan yes, prosecutor, bona fides? Happening in New York City, Donald Trump's lawyers, they sent a letter to the Manhattan DA accusing the office of prosecutorial misconduct because they pursued perjury charges against the former CFO of Trump org, Alan Weisselberg. We talked about this on the show yesterday. But then not going after Trump's former fixer, Michael Cohen, for, they say, the same conduct, perjury. Here's what they write. The DA, the district attorney's conscious choice to ignore obvious and admitted criminal conduct by Cohen and to instead deploy unethical strong-arm tactics against an innocent man in his late 70s underscores the irresponsibility of your conduct in office. What's going on here?
It's very poetic. I think that it's a great job to try to lay out some storyline that may not exist. I can appreciate it. I'm a defense attorney, and I'm saying you're going after my client for what appears to be similar conduct of some guy who might arguably be worse, and you're using him as your actual witness at trial. There's going to be issues with Cohen at trial, but it doesn't mean because Cohen may have done something wrong. And by the way, Engoron said he was still credible. You know. By the way, if Cohen had done something wrong in the federal case and he's purged himself and he has an issue with supervised release, that's a federal matter. It's not D.A. Bragg's issue. So D.A. Bragg definitely is going to have issues with Cohen when he gets up there and testifies because he has done things and he has committed crimes. But don't conflate because one guy may have done something bad, another guy could not have done something equal or worse. So I think it holds some water, but it's absolutely an exaggeration of what really is happening. Let's not let it take its own path.
And kind of this adds to the big lead up to what is going to be this first criminal trial for Donald Trump that's going to kick off in we're at 2 weeks at this point.
We're looking
at the calendar. It's good to see you, Jeremy.
You as well.
Thank you so much.